You're listening to a special edition of the Just Go Bike podcast. That's AKA Murph.
And that's AP. And this is the podcast where we talk about cycling just for the fun of it. With tales from all over the nation. Come for the bikes, stay for the fun, and leave with a smile.
On this special edition, we are going to provide you with daily tales from the trail as we ride our bikes across the state of Iowa as part of RAGBRAI.
Woohoo! And we apologize in advance for the volume. We are going to be podcasting live each episode.
Well, hey, Murph.
Hey, AP.
We are podcasting quote-unquote live from the Independence Fire Station.
And not just the fire station, but upstairs in their, dare we say it's a living room?
Yeah, pretty much a living room.
Yeah. With a fire pole, a real fire pole that when we're done recording, one of us may break something because we're going to try it out.
I don't know that I've ever been in a fire station that has a real fire pole in it.
Yeah.
So this is a first for me. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to slide down that thing because I'm wearing shorts and I would stick to it. But it's really, really cool. And this upstairs area is really cool. It's an area for the firefighters to stay in when they're on the night shift, I assume.
Right.
Yeah.
And if listeners recall, gosh, way back in the day, last time we were here, or one of the times we were here, Shakespeare the dog is a resident here at the fire station.
That's right. Shakespeare is in the house. And I want to say thanks to Shakespeare's owner, John, and Blake, the fire chief, for allowing us to have the best media room ever.
Yes. It's, I'm in it's like a overstuffed lazy boy. And after 88 miles, I probably should not have sat down because I may doze off after this podcast is done recording.
It's quite nice. Hey, they said we could take naps in here. So,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah, there's like showers and actually there's beds, but we don't want to go into
We're not going to go into their personal space. But, these recliners are sure nice.
They are, yeah. So we wanted to catch up with everybody. I'm sure you've been tuning in on our daily episodes where we've been interviewing riders. And we were going to do that today, but where our tent is, it's right in all the action. I mean, the band is playing. It's really loud. So we thought, let's just go to the firehouse, relax for a bit, and do kind of a recap.
Yeah.
So
it's been a wild and wonderful week for riders. We've had such a great time. We're not going to talk too much about the attractions along the way because obviously we have covered that in several episodes previous, and hopefully you've lived it.
Right.
So, but we had a couple of really notable occasions on this ride so far, and we wanted to give a shout out first of all to all the riders who survived the heat.
Oh man.
Of the first couple days of the ride.
Mm-hmm.
This is one time when it's appropriate to talk about weather because hopefully all of you are on RAGBRAI, you rode your bikes, you drank a lot of water and had a good time despite the soaring temperatures.
Yeah, and I will attest to Matt Phippen and his persistent telling us to drink water and keep fluids going down, plus you telling me that. It really did help. And I also took a lot of electrolyte type tabs.
Yes.
And I feel like that saved me because we all know that today you will affect tomorrow you.
That's right.
And, people are still out there riding, so they made it through 2 really, really hot days.
Yeah. And, I'm over here. I'm sending out social media. I'm sending out push notifications to drink water. I myself am not even riding, but I still need to drink water. And thank you to Brian Powers from our social team for feeding me water throughout the hottest day. And thanks to Murph for our ritual. Before bed, we always text each other and say, drink water.
Yeah.
So that has been super helpful in helping stay hydrated. And I suggest you do something similar.
And Matt did have to engage, what's the right word there? Make the super sags available to riders who needed it. Do you want to kind of explain what a super sag is?
Sure. Well, our normal sag policy, as riders will know, is a van with a trailer behind it. And that has a capacity of, I believe, 16 people, maybe 15, maybe 14 with the 2 drivers. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's a cargo van with a trailer. Sometimes that's just not enough capacity to help all the riders. So we put plans in place ahead of time should we need to bring more people to the overnight town for whatever reason, be it heat, be it breakdowns, be it a windy day. There's all sorts of reasons why we might need to bring a larger amount of people into town. So for that purpose, we have arranged to have on standby a fleet of school buses and semi-trucks that will help transport people and their bikes to the overnight town from usually the meeting town on the route, but sometimes we do multiple locations. It just kind of depends on where people's needs are. So it kind of exactly what it sounds like, where people sit on the bus and their bikes go on the semi and they all ride together to the overnight town and unload. And hopefully then they're able to recover, relax, and be able to ride the next day.
Right. I did talk to one lady who, basically decided to take a super sag, said she had to wait in a town for several hours, which she was not upset about because, you have to think about how many people are on this ride and their locations.
Yeah.
It's not like when you decide that you're done riding or you just don't want to go on. It's not that there's going to be a semi truck like 10 feet from you.
Yeah.
We've got to figure out all the logistics. So she was incredibly grateful, said it was well worth the wait, and thought it was just everything was handled great. So
yeah, I want to say thank you to Matt, the operations team, and especially the SAG team for doing just a really A+ job on making sure that everyone arrives to town safely and working long hours to ensure that. Also want to say thank you to the riders for their grace and patience as they wait for the super SAG or the regular SAG, and just the understanding that it takes time to make sure that everyone's safe.
Yeah.
But so that all went off without a hitch. And then once the heat broke, we had a windy day. So it's been a challenging RAGBRAI.
Yeah, it really has. And today, so we're recording this at the end of the day on Thursday, which people who have been following RAGBRAI know today was an extra special day.
That's right. Today is Thursday, which means it's America 250 Celebration Day. And with that comes the 250-kilometer bike ride optional loop. So it's a double loop that you could take and get up to 250 kilometers, just above actually, but in celebration of the 250th birthday of America.
And it's also the Karis Loop Day.
That's right.
So if you just want to ride the regular route, it was about 87 miles. If you wanted to go a little bit crazy and, get your century ride, which equals, I think it ended up being about 101 miles. Or if you want to really go for it. And there were a lot of people. I can't wait to hear stories about people who did the 250K.
Yeah, I'm really proud of everybody who went for it, who trained and prepared and went for it. We have approximately 600 people who started the America 250 double loop.
Wow.
We'll see how many people end up having completed that loop. Riders are still coming in, and it's about 5 to 6 o'clock in the afternoon or the evening on Thursday. So riders are still coming in because that's a long bike ride.
Yeah.
And so we'll find out soon. We'll probably report back on that later, how that went. But it's a beautiful day for a bike ride. Murph can speak to what it was like out on the route. So
yeah,
for our longest day of the week, it was just so nice that we finally lucked out on weather. And, riders have been doing a good job of keeping morale up and staying positive and still having fun in all the towns. But a day of cool weather is certainly welcome.
Yeah. And I got to say, all the towns that we've been through so far, which is probably 20, 25, maybe less. I don't know. Numbers are hard. But the amount of goodwill people have been giving, I can't tell you how many free bottles of water I've gotten in the last couple days, free energy drinks, free the little packets of electrolytes. It's just the hospitality of all these communities is just incredible.
And I'm sure the stories will start to come out as we get to the end of the ride. But I remember in Dunlap, I'd spoken to someone from Dunlap, and I think they said that they had given away maybe 1,000 bottles of water, maybe even more, but for completely for free to help riders.
Yeah.
And it was just really, really cool to see. That's just one small example of the hospitality of Iowans taking care of others. And it's just so cool to hear about. Were there any highlights that you want to share from the route, or just general thoughts about what your ride's been like so far?
I don't know. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I feel like I've been leaving earlier in the morning from previous years. And so I am surrounded by more cyclists. It's kind of like behind the scenes, we kind of call it the bubble, where it's a larger group of cyclists. We must all leave at the same time. And it just makes for such fun people watching, and the conversations that you either have or overhear, which are just so cool. Like you'll see a couple riders talking, and you kind of wonder, like, oh, I wonder, how long they've known each other. And then you'll hear them say, well, hey, nice meeting you. And then one of them will pedal on. So it's just cool to have that. And all the places that I've stopped to, either grab a water or something to eat. And most of the communities have had, like, they either brought in or made the long picnic tables. Yeah. And so you just sit down next to somebody, and before you know it, you've got maybe a borderline friend.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Yeah. And I got to give a shout out. I think we can both say this to all of the listeners that have, like, I don't even have anything on me that says Just Go Bike. But yet people are like, is that you, Murph? Or they'll come up and say, are you Murph or are you AP?
Yeah.
And I still can't. Did you put something on my back maybe that says?
Nope, you're just very identifiable. Now, I am driving around in what we call the Pod Rod.
Yeah, the Pod Rod.
Which is a brand new Toyota 4Runner, and it's completely logoed out in Just Go Bike graphics. Thank you, Leisure in Des Moines, for that. But we love the Pod Rod, and people definitely identify me out there. One of my favorite, this isn't really a story of me being spotted on the ride, but one of my favorite stories from today happened when I don't travel on the vehicle route all the time because I'm trying to get to different pasture towns and take pictures. And I never, ever drive on the route, but I'm driving on this gravel road and I'm stopping to take a picture. And a sweet old lady, sweet older than me lady, stopped, and she was driving a bright red convertible Corvette on a gravel road. And she stopped to say hello.
Oh my gosh.
Give me advice about how to get into town. And it was so cool. And then she drove away, but very slowly, so she didn't get dusty on the inside of her car. But it was a really fun RAGBRAI moment.
Oh my God.
That will never
crazy.
happen again, I'm sure. But thank you to that woman for helping me get to town into Rhinebeck.
Oh my gosh. And I'll tell you really quick, I was having a burger in Jessup, which, well, we'll get into when we talk about all the communities in our recap, because I can't tell you how great the hospitality was in all these towns. But anyway, I'm having a burger thanks to the Boy Scouts, and I'm talking to the guy across from me. I know him, or he knows me from the podcast. There were two men sitting next to us, and they were, I'm not going to say they were delirious, but they sounded delirious.
Yeah.
Because they were in the middle of their, or in 3/4 of the way through their 250K, okay? And if you know what the 250K is made up of, it's basically we all do the same route, and then there's a point near Jessup where they do 2 loops, and then they finish the route with the rest of us. So I don't know where these guys really were, and I don't know if they knew, because one of them would be like, I think we're at 114, and the other guy would be like, I think we're at 140 as far as mileage.
Wow, that's a lot different, though.
Yeah, and then the one guy said, well, I know we talked to Mom, so they must have been brothers. We talked to Mom at about 83 miles. I called her, and then they just could not figure it out.
Oh.
And so finally, we all 4 of us started engaging in conversation. I'm like, do you want to look at my map? And he goes, no, it's way more fun to just be totally, we don't know our math. We don't know. Both of them had bike computers, and so they had all the information, but it was so funny. Like, I can see that where I would be that way sometimes too.
Yeah, it's, you know what? All joking aside, you get pretty tired doing 250 kilometers. So everybody watch out, be safe tomorrow.
Yeah.
Be sure you're riding right, and make sure you're eating and hydrating as you go into the end of the week.
Oh, for sure.
We have a big end of the week coming up. The fun is not over, even though we have passed Interstate 35. We still have our ride into Dyersville. We have the Field of Dreams. We have our Mississippi Tire Dip, and all sorts of amazing things in between.
Yes.
Between now and the end of the ride. So I think that's just, it's partially me looking forward to the end of the week, and partially me not wanting RAGBRAI to be over.
I know. Thursday's always my hard day because I'm overtired. Hopefully I don't sound it on this podcast. I want to go home and take a long shower and sleep for like 3 days, but I also don't want it to be over.
I know.
It's just a weird, like a my mind's going both ways.
I know. Well, before we wrap up this episode,
yeah.
I want to say, I know we gave a shout out to our listeners and they have been incredible. And it's been so cool to see all of you.
Yes.
But I want to give a special shout out to all the Zwifters who have come and said hello to us.
Oh my gosh.
It has been
hundreds of them.
Well, maybe not hundreds, but a lot.
A lot.
A lot of them, especially Michelle, who has her little Zwift squirrel in her back pocket on her tandem. It is so freaking cute. So it's just been so cool. All these people that we've been biking with through this whole off season and into the spring and summer, we've been biking together and never actually seen each other in person. So it's been so fun to see each other
so cool.
and just finally put a face to the name.
Yeah, yeah. So tomorrow we'll be in Dyersville and we're crossing our fingers and toes. Maybe not toes.
I'm crossing my toes.
Okay. That it's not super, super loud at the expo because we really want to engage with listeners one more time. If not, the next recording will be us at the river.
Oh, I love that one.
I love walking around and like just cheering people on as they stand in line to dip their tires.
One of my favorite episodes of the whole year. So we'll see you in Dyersville and we'll see you on the Mississippi.
All right.
We will be right back.
Make Casey's a must-stop on your RAGBRAI adventure.
Whether you're craving a slice of pizza, an 89-cent medium fountain or frozen drink, or a quick refuel before the next town, Casey's is ready to keep you rolling.
And while you're stocking up on Ride Day favorites, you can do a little more, too.
At any Iowa Casey's location during RAGBRAI, simply round up your purchase to support the Dream Team, a Des Moines-based program that uses the power of cycling and mentoring to help young people build confidence, develop life skills, and achieve personal goals.
Your spare change can help change lives. So grab a slice and round up for Dream Team. It's not crazy.
It's Casey's.
Now, back to the show.
Dear Friday, Toyota says, let's put good times in gear with the Tundra, Tacoma, and 4Runner. Want some cool available features? We've got power tailgates to power game days and a trailer backup guide that's the champ of the ramp. Heck, we might even cancel Monday. Toyota Trucks. Find yours at toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Well, listeners, that's it for today. We both want to thank you for tuning in to listen to this special edition of the Just Go Bike podcast.
If you'd like to contact us with a comment about the podcast, or maybe you have a topic in mind, you can reach us at justgobikepodcast@gmail.com. You can also follow us on social media at Just Go Bike on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
Please rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast, especially if you're a fan.
Okay, that's a wrap. We'll be back soon. Until then,
Just go bike!